Is Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door the best Mario RPG ever? Have fans been justified in their outcry for Paper Mario to return to the standard that the Thousand Year Door set? Or is it just overhyped and nostalgia gods? Stick around and let's find out. What's up, everyone? This is Justin, and welcome to the Just Keep Playing Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door review. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door has been one of the most requested remakes, remasters, or re-releases that Nintendo fans have been wanting for years. The Thousand Year Door is seen as the standard bearer for Paper Mario RPGs since its release on the GameCube back in 2004. Paper Mario fans have been clamoring for the series to return to the RPG mechanics that the Thousand Year Door perfected for Mario RPGs back during its original release. There is hope that Paper Mario the Origami King will return the series to its RPG glory when it released back in 2020, but that game was more adventure game than it was RPG, and it didn't really satisfy the craving of fans of the N64 original and the Thousand Year Door. For what it's worth, I really enjoyed Paper Mario the Origami King. I enjoyed it for what it was, a good, solid adventure game with some slight RPG mechanics. It still had that signature incredible Paper Mario writing with some genuinely touching moments, some laugh out loud moments, good music, and fun, memorable boss fights. I think it's a really good 8.5 out of 10 game, and one of the more underrated games on Switch that's a little overhated because it wasn't the Thousand Year Door 2. That being said, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door fans, I see what you've been saying all of these years and understand why you've been really wanting for Paper Mario to return back to its RPG goodness. Let's get this out the way right now. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, it's incredible. I loved both Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario 64 back in the day, and Super Mario RPG is still one of my all-time favorite games, especially after playing through the remake last year. I played The Thousand Year Door back when it originally released on the GameCube, but for whatever reason, I never finished it, and I don't even really remember where I left off on it. So when they announced the remake, it instantly became one of my most anticipated games for this year. And I really didn't remember a lot from the game, so it would be like playing through a brand new game for me. And that was my last Paper Mario game until the Origami King came out. I didn't play Super Paper Mario, although that's one that I would like to get to someday. And I wouldn't be mad if Nintendo did an HD remaster of that game, but maybe I'll dust off the Wii one of these days and give that one a go. And then I haven't played Sticker Star or Color Splash, the two most divisive games in the series, and which were probably responsible for much of the backlash that the series was receiving. Not having played those games is probably why I didn't have such a bad taste in my mouth with the series and was able to enjoy the Origami King as much as I did. Now, just to ease any fears, there won't be any spoilers in this video. I promise. I really enjoyed the story in The Thousand Year Door. It starts off with the standard fare of Princess Peach being kidnapped and getting a message to Mario to get the adventure started. But I liked that she wasn't completely helpless and just sitting around waiting for Mario to come and rescue her. She got to go on her own adventure, making an impact on characters and helping Mario out as well. And her story beat is actually genuinely touching and was used greatly to break up the chapters. Bowser has his own story too, and I loved when he would show up on the screen. His moments of trying to prove that he was still the big bad man of the Mushroom Kingdom were hilarious and always got a laugh out of me. And I just overall really enjoyed the story of The Thousand Year Door, but it's the writing and characters that truly shine in this game. You have original takes on classic Mario characters and just original characters, period. Both partners and non-player characters alike are one of the main reasons that fans hold the N64 original and the Thousand Year Door in such high regards. It was really cool to see completely original partner characters like Vivian and Madame Flurry, Goombas with distinct looks and personalities like Goombella and Professor Frankly, or Bob-ombs like Admiral Bobbery and the Bob-omb family of Gold Bob, his wife Sylvia, and their son Bub. One of my favorite chapters in the game has a wrestling theme to it, and it's more combat focused as a result. Now, I'm a big wrestling fan, and I thought it was really cool. I don't know if it was intended or not, but the champion in Glitzville, Rock Hawk, he acknowledged our tribal chief Roman Reigns, and I thought that was great. And in the same year that Cody Rhodes got to finish his story, Mario finished his story to become the champion. And there are just, a lot of other just really cool chapters like that have their own distinct style and flavors that just really help bring the game and its world to life. The writing did an incredible job of making you care about nearly all of the characters in this world, and that by the end of the game, you truly feel like you went on an adventure with friends that you'll never forget. You truly felt connected to the world, its characters, and felt the impact that Mario had on them, and that impact is truly reflected in a moment in the game that was just fantastic, touching, and hype. The RPG mechanics, partner characters, and Metroidvania elements are really what sets the Thousand Year Door above the rest of the series, except for maybe the N64 original. Leveling up and choosing what stat you want to increase between heart points, flower points, and badge points allows you to decide how you want to play through the game. Do you want to tank your way through the game and get as many heart points as possible? You can do that. Do you like to be able to use a lot of special attacks between Mario and his partner characters and get as many flower points as possible? You can do that too. Or will you prefer to be able to equip as many badges as possible and focus on building up your badge points? You can do that. The badge system is great. I love the badge system, and it allows you to tailor your build for how you like to play the game. The combat in the Thousand Year Door is turn-based, but there are specific actions or button presses that you can use to get the most out of you and your partner's moves. I love turn-based combat, but I also love when RPGs include these type of moves or button commands to help to keep you engaged in the combat and reward you with special bonuses when you time things just right. Mario will have some partner characters that join him on this adventure, and they all help to add their own flavor and personality to the gameplay and combat. They'll come with moves that aid you outside of battle and help you to access areas that Mario wouldn't be able to access on his own, and they each provide their own benefits for being used in combat too. Depending on how you want to strategize and take on battles, each partner character proved beneficial at some point throughout the game, and in my opinion, no character felt useless at all. Mario, he also learns new moves throughout the adventure that gives him new powers to use outside of battle, and that gives the game a little bit of that Metroidvania type of feel to it. Once you learn a new move, you now can go back to previously inaccessible parts of the world, and it was a very rewarding system in my opinion. And it just gives you a reason to go back and visit previous locations from throughout your adventure. Back traveling and going back to previous locations was one of the biggest criticisms from the GameCube original. It can make certain parts of the Thousand Year Door very tedious, and outside of the graphics and music, that is one of the best enhancements that they made in the Switch remake. There still are some tedious moments, but overall, now you can jump in a warp pipe to travel back to previous locations, and just the traveling was just made a lot better in this version of the game. There's also replay value for after you finish the game, and plenty of reasons for you to get back together with the friends that you made on your adventure and finish up some things that you may not have finished while playing through the main game, with different challenges to take on, collectibles to get, and the pit of 100 trials to conquer. The variety in the gameplay throughout the chapters helps to keep things fresh and makes each chapter memorable. Some chapters are more puzzle-based, some more action combat-oriented, and some more story-driven. Each chapter has its own gameplay flavor, and that made for great pacing throughout the game and kept things from feeling stale. The other area of criticism for the Switch version of the Thousand Year Door is that its frame rate was cut in half to 30 frames per second versus the 60 of the GameCube original. The 30 frames per second didn't really bother me and didn't impact my timing for the specific button presses. It would have been nice if they could have hit that 60 frames per second, maybe in the Switch 2 upgrade, but it didn't impact my enjoyment of the game at all. Overall, I think that Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is a fantastic game, and I'm really glad that Nintendo remade it. It has the standard incredible writing with touching moments that make you laugh, and maybe even a moment or two that may pull at your heartstrings. The RPG mechanics and gameplay are great, and it's an adventure that'll stick with me for a long time. Is The Thousand Year Door the best Mario RPG? It's definitely the best one that I've played, and after playing through The Thousand Year Door and Super Mario RPG, I'm even more excited for Mario and Luigi Brothership coming out later on this year to complete the Mario RPG trifecta. Mario RPGs are back, baby. I give Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door a 9 out of 10. It's a great game. I loved it, and I hope that you'll love it too. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this type of content, please hit that like button and subscribe. And leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think about Paper Mario. Do you think that Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is the best Mario RPG? Which one is your favorite? And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Peace.